Psycho killer, I guess to say, I better run away. Hello, guys and girls. Let me put this away before I hurt someone. This is Shooter Rutledge of the Elderly Nerd Crew here, and I'm here to do my Child's Play Remake 2019 review. So let's roll the intro and let's get right on into it. Alright, Elderly Nerd Crew Nation. Let's get this review started. Alright, the first thing I want to say is don't pass judgment on this movie if you've only seen the trailer, okay? Alright? Because there's a couple things in the trailer. I know everybody doesn't like the look of the Chucky, the new Chucky doll. But you gotta think, though, this is a new doll, okay? Not the same as the good guy doll. The buddy doll is totally different. The good guy doll is kind of like a Cabbage Patch Kid, you know, just a regular ass little doll that kids play with. This new doll is kind of like an AI doll. Kind of like, I like to compare it to an Alexa or something. It hooks up and, it hooks up to the other devices made by the same company, like TVs, the phones, radios, other stuff like that. So it connects to them. So two different dolls. So don't let that discourage you away from going to see this movie. And also the child, Andy. Let's talk about Andy. I've heard a lot of complaints early on that, well, Andy's like 13. What the hell would he have a fucking doll for? Well, like I said, the other doll is different. Okay? So that being said, having an Alexa type doll that connects to other devices explains that Andy can be a little bit older. And the kid who played Andy in this movie did a fine job, I thought. Real good job. Real good. I mean, I recommend him. I give his performance 5 stars out of 5. I really saw the emotion in this little kid. So, alright, before we start talking about good things, let's talk a little bit more about the things I didn't like. Like I had mentioned, the look of Chucky. This new Chucky, it can rub you the wrong way when you're used to something. But let's be honest, the look of Chucky in the original series, it changed over time, like with the scars and all that in the movie. So it really shouldn't be a big deal. And it kind of grew on me, this Chucky, what it can do with the facial expressions and how it moves and all that. So I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me. Kind of like the second thing I didn't like, or second person, Aubrey Plaza as the mother. She's mainly known for comedic roles like Parks and Recreation and Funny People. That's a couple things I've seen her in. She wasn't convincing early on to me as a mother type, especially of a 13-year-old. So, but then again, like towards the end of the movie again, she grew on me. Like when the shit got real, she started acting more like a mother who was very protective of Andy. So that there was really nothing wrong with this movie I didn't like. Really, to tell you the truth. Like I said, those things bothered me at the beginning, but it grew on me towards the end of the movie. So let's get into what I do like. I fucking love this new Chucky. I really do. Really do. Alright, so let's compare it to a book, okay? When we talk about Chucky. 2 people reading a book. And they're 2 different takes on it. So, to me, Brad Dourif is perfect casting for the original Chucky and what we were trying to do there, okay? And so, on the other hand, Mark Hamill to me is perfect for this Chucky, okay? Like, this Chucky, so there's going to be mild spoilers in here. I'm not going to do anything major. But in case you haven't seen the movie and don't know, in the original series, Chucky is just a regular doll that gets possessed by a serial killer. He comes in and then he meets Andy. Andy gets him, and so he tells the secret to Andy first. So that's the guy he's got to try to get in his body. So he's got to try to transfer his soul into his body. In this movie, it's not like that. It's an AI doll that is made overseas. I can't remember if it was actually Korea or China or somewhere, but that don't really matter. The guy who programs these one day was at work, and the foreman or whatever, plant manager, I don't know who he was, but he was riding his ass, getting on to him, and so it pissed the guy off, the programmer guy. So he disables all the protocols on this doll, safety protocols, learning protocols, all this shit. So, like for example, Chuck, the Buddy doll, is not supposed to learn how to cuss, but this one does. Okay, he says shit, fuck, all kinds of stuff. So it's different in that, and I really like the direction because, you know, I don't think a Cabbage Patch doll would work today, really, to be honest, or whatever. The good guy doll wouldn't work. So this Buddy, this new type of doll, works for today's age. And that's the main thing I love about this movie, is like that it is so different. I mean, it's just enough different that it stands out on its own. And that's really what we want out of a remake, ain't it? We don't want the same exact movie. Like Gus Van Sant's 1998 Psycho. It was a shot-for-shot remake of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Everybody shit on that movie. And rightfully so. I mean, Gus Van Sant added nothing to the movie. Nothing new. I mean, I did enjoy Vince Vaughn's performance in that. So, with that said, I'm going to say this is the best horror remake. I'm not going to say remake of a movie. And I haven't really put that much thought in it anyway, but going into this, I did put thought into horror movies. So, going back all the way to the first one that I can remember, that was Psycho. It's better than that, way better. Now 2003's Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake is right up there with it. So I would put Child's Play here, and then I would put the Texas Chainsaw Massacre there. And another remake I liked and enjoyed was My Bloody Valentine. That was a good one. But then, you know, we've got some shitters out there like fucking Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, that Evil Dead movie. A bunch of them are just fucking shitty, fucking shitty. So this one I highly enjoyed. So I understand that some of you, a lot of the people that I've seen that do not like this movie, either A, they haven't watched it, they're just going by the trailer, and B, they're super fans of the Child's Play series. So if you are a super fan of the Child's Play series, you might not like this movie. But if you're a casual fan like myself, because I really do enjoy the first three movies, and some of the later movies get blah, 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 but I don't want to get too much in that because I plan on doing a shooter rank stuff video on the Child's Play / Chucky series, so I don't want to give away too much there. But I'm just a casual fan. I enjoy them, but they're not my favorite. Friday the 13th, anybody who knows me, Friday the 13th is my favorite horror series. So, like, what I'm trying to get to here is that I didn't really, there's nothing really that remake of Friday the 13th outside of being fucking perfect would have done anything good to me. So, I do not like that remake. So, probably a lot of people, hardcore fans of the Child's Play, are not going to like it. But, I mean, other people, like I'm just saying the casual fan, I think you will enjoy it. And I do recommend this movie. More on Mark Hamill's performance of Chucky. He's so different than Brad Dourif that, once again, it stands out on its own. It's like this Chucky here, when I was saying earlier that the other one was a serial killer, voodoo, repossession, all that bullshit. This is more like he's been programmed not to have all the safety protocols, but at the core of him, he still is Andy's buddy. He loves Andy, and he becomes super, super fucking psycho possessive of him. And that's the whole thing about it. One of my favorite lines in this movie is that towards the end of the movie, he tells Andy, he's like, if I can't be your best friend, Andy, no one will. that kind of stuff there. And there's creepy moments in this movie where he just sneaks up on people like Andy. Like when he first gets him, he's in the bed trying to go to sleep, and he turns over, and there's Chucky saying, "Is it playtime yet, Andy?" Stuff like that. I mean, this is such a great performance by Mark Hamill. I want to give him 5 out of 5 stars. So, yeah, y'all need to check this movie out. I highly recommend it. I'm trying not to give away spoilers here. The movie takes a while, like the original. The original's just like this. It takes a while for the first kill to happen, but when the first kill happens, I mean, it's not like you're like on the seat of your pants waiting for it. I mean, on the edge of your seat waiting for it. And it becomes unbearable weight. It's not like that. It comes at, I feel like it's the perfect time. So, and also the kills, I don't want to talk too much about them, but I will say I'm not a big fan of gore per se, but if done well, I will enjoy it. So, like, these kills are very gory, but they're done well. I like to compare them to Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Like, those kills were gory. Like, Tom Savini is the practical effect master. So, the kills in this movie are practical effects. They're not CGI. So yeah, there's that. And, like I said, I enjoyed the boy, and I come to love the mother. And, Chucky, I loved his performance. So, I don't think there's really anything else I can say about this movie without doing major spoilers, and I don't want that. I want you guys to go out there, form your own opinion. I mean, watch the movie. I mean, if you love slashers, you should enjoy this movie. Unless you're just a total hater and you're just hard to please. So, all right. With that said, keep an eye out on the channel. Night Clover has put out in the recent days. He started his new little episodic thing with his recent movie pickups, and then he also done a Toy Story 4 review. You check that out. Selminator's been working on some videos, but his work schedule's been a little different than everybody else, so we'll be hearing from him soon. And like I said, I'm planning on doing a Shooter Ranks stuff episode on the Child's Play Chucky series later on this weekend. So keep an eye out on that. And as always, folks, like, subscribe, share this with your friends if you enjoy this. And as always, Shooter out.